Madam Speaker, I am concerned with the independence of the judiciary. These days I've been going to court because of the case of Dr. Kiiza Besigye. Sometimes you wonder whether you are in a military court or in the normal judiciary. They no longer grant bail. Sometimes they act as if they are part of the DPP. And that's how people who fought for freedom, people who sacrificed their lives like Dr. Besigye, that all of you are enjoying here, has been in prison for now a year and a half. As we recommend for more funding, there must be a value to the public. It's not only Dr. Besigye who is in prison. The other day you had Kenyans arrested. The judiciary issued an order. Later on, the president said they were in a fridge. We have Sam Mugumya. He was a candidate in my party. He was kidnapped from Mbarara. Up to today, we don't know where he is. And there are hundreds of other young people arrested during elections. They go to the judiciary over small matters. I have been arrested many times, but I have never been denied bail. This time, almost everything, whether it's public nuisance, one time they charged me with the public nuisance. They are not releasing. So the judiciary seems to have been captured by the executive. And I don't know whether the Honorable Kafuz is here as a lead of government business or is trying to find out in which capacity. But it should concern you. It should concern you, the erosion of the independence of the judiciary and the attempt to repress the judiciary with the military. Because the moment you lose the judiciary, you are in trouble. Disputes are now being arbitrated by politicians. So as we ask for the backlog, the quality of the judgments, the denial of rights by the judiciary, it appears to me and the Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs should be concerned. Because you will never know when you're going to be there. And it doesn't matter whether you are NRM or not. Recently, you remember 3 NRM MPs arrested. And they were treated the way we are being treated. I saw the Honorable Akamba being beaten like a chicken thief. So when you're talking about the independence of the judiciary, we're talking about your own right, and it doesn't matter your affiliation. So it should concern every member of parliament. As we ask for more money for the judiciary, Madam Speaker, the judiciary needs to be more accountable. They need to stop being partisan. I have seen Dr. Besigye appearing before a judge, and it's as if he has committed a crime against that particular judge. The anger. So these cadre judges that you, Kafuz, and others are appointing, one day you will appear before them. We have a
Honorable Ibrahim, yes. Kafuz does not appoint any judge. It is the Judicial Service Commission that appoints, that interviews and recommends judges. Honorable Kafusi does not have a hand in any judge.
Madam Speaker,
and the action of any judge should not be put on anybody. It shouldn't.
Madam Speaker, I am choosing my words advisedly. I attended the funeral of a former member of parliament, Patrick Chigondo. His wife, who is a judge, Justice Jane, thanked the president for appointing her to help her pay school fees for Chigondo's children, publicly. So what you are saying is what is provided for in the law.
Is he President Museveni?
Madam Speaker,
the
because
only person with the appointing authority in this country is President Museveni.
Madam Speaker, because you are a speaker, I am fearing to engage you. So that's why I am using Kafuz.
Let's discuss the ministerial statements.
Madam Speaker, therefore,
Ibrahim.
Yes. Can I conclude?
Yes, Ibrahim.
The committee should not be concerned only with the quantitative performance of the judiciary. Because if you look at the functions of members of parliament, if you read the articles of the constitution that establish this parliament, one of them, apart from making laws, is that we must protect the constitution. That's what the constitution says. So we have a duty beyond just a registration here. We have a duty to protect the constitution. So if the rights that are enshrined in the constitution, I was shocked. Dr. Kiiza Besigye had spent the mandatory days for him to qualify for bail. And then I'm not going to use Ruakafuz, Madam Speaker. But the handlers changed it, and the judge said he is not aware that Besigye was before the court martial. Therefore, his counting of the days started. So really, this engineering, judicial engineering is causing us trouble. So everything else will become irrelevant, whether it is electoral commission, whether it is what. So since we have a duty to protect the constitution, the committee should be concerned with the quality of judgment, not just the quantity to clear the backlog.
I go to judges. And the president should be credited for having very good judges.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Committee to recommend that their ministerial policy statement be realigned to channel funds to key priority areas, including training, including recruitment and complaints handling. So the recommendation on page 44, at the extreme end of the page, is that the committee recommends that the ministerial policy statement of the commission be amended and the funds that are allocated for training, procurement of technology and vehicles, legal education, training, barazas, public engagements and radio talk shows, and rent be repurposed towards the restructuring of commission legal staff and strengthening, in particular, the departments of complaints handling, recruitment, research.
Following the presidential directive, the Commission has since January 2023 temporarily relocated its headquarters to the National Housing and Construction Company Limited premises at Plot 1 to 3/5 7th Street Industrial Area on rental basis. The construction of the headquarters at Lubowa, Wachiso, is supposed to be implemented by National Housing and Construction Corporation, which will provide land, design, construct, and furnish the Electoral Commission Center at Lubowa within a period of 18 months. The project is crucial for enhancing the operational efficiency, institutional capacity, cost saving in the long term, and electoral preparedness for the upcoming electoral activities, and failure to provide the 62 billion required in this financial risk stalling the project and undermining the Commission's preparedness for the upcoming critical electoral milestones. It's the recommendation of the committee that the government prioritizes and allocates 62 billion in this financial year to support the construction of the Electoral Commission headquarters at Lubowa.